Hey everyone, welcome back to the Weekly Spin, the show where we cover the latest news in music. My name is Rachel.
I'm Hope.
And I'm Isabelle, and we're going to be talking about this week's top 5 most interesting moments in music. Starting with number 5, Panic at the Disco performed for the first time in years at the When We Were Young festival, and many fans thought that they were going to bring out ex-bandmate Ryan Ross, but it was actually Spencer Smith, who is the original drummer of the band. So I think that was kind of crazy. He's literally not been on stage with Panic at the Disco for 12 years. So for them to bring him out, I feel like it was just a crazy thing.
Yeah, I am a big fan. So this was like a whole weekend of just obsessing over it, watching the shows. I think it was so well done. I don't know if we can really call it that big of a reunion because Ryan Ross wasn't there. And as we know, he kind of came up with the whole artistic scene of what Panic at the Disco stands for. But I was impressed with it, and I was happy that they got to reunion.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was cool. I'm definitely more on the side of fans that this wasn't a full-fledged reunion, and I can appreciate the happy moments and, the nostalgia sense of things, but I just think such big elements were missing that we can't be like, this was an awesome reunion.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were definitely looking for that nostalgia that we didn't get, and that was kind of disappointing as a fan. But going back on nostalgia, we have our number 4 spot, which is Kylie Jenner released her debut song called Fourth Strike amid her relaunch of her hashtag King Kylie era, where she's releasing beauty products from back in the vault and then also bringing up new products to reminisce on the King Kylie era. So have you guys listened to the song?
I listened to it and I liked it. I thought it was kind of a bop.
Yeah.
She's not trying to be the next greatest musical artist of all time. She's trying to kind of go in on that nostalgia, kind of get people talking, and we're sitting here talking about it. It clearly worked a little bit. Yeah. And I thought it was good. I'm not gonna nominate it for an award, but I thought it was good. I thought it was catchy.
Yeah. I feel like the completely opposite. I just feel like this is a cash grab for someone who's a millionaire, billionaire. And I think King Kylie was such a big thing for 2016 beauty and 13-year-old girls to buy her lip kits that bringing it back now just feels I don't know, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth for it's just why to me?
I was guilty. I bought the lip kit. I bought an ugly shade just to have one because I had to have it, and it worked. And I kind of would I'm going to look at them, and maybe I'm a little bit more financially responsible now, and I'm in charge of my own money, so I'm going to have to pay for it, so that might change things, but
I think we can agree, though, whether or not it was a cash grab or not, her deciding to release a song to go along with this, I think was a great PR move. It boosted her searches on streaming platforms by 2,000%. So I think whether or not it was a cash grab or not, I think we can say that it worked.
Yeah, 100%. Sure. And I mean, I think any publicity is good publicity. So going into number 3, Sabrina Carpenter hosted and performed at SNL this past Saturday. She performed Man-Child and Nobody's Son off her latest album, Man's Best Friend. This was awesome. Double duty as host and a musical guest. Literally insane. That's a very high profile slot. I don't think we're seeing that many people get the opportunity to do that. And I love her. Awesome personality. Awesome. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think she killed it the entire night. I've seen all of her sketches that she did, even from the beginning. The monologue, her opening monologue was so funny. It hinted at her being the sexualized pop star, but it did it in such a great way that it didn't feel corny. It didn't feel cheesy. And that level of quality carried throughout the entire night, especially with her performances of Man-Child and Nobody's Son was just phenomenal.
And I feel with that, it's also her being seen now as more provocative is it's honestly so heartwarming to see because she was a Disney star, a childhood Disney star. And so I feel now her being comfortable with her sexuality and kind of showing off her body in a way that's not just the topic of conversation, but it is who she is and she's unashamed of it. I feel it's just it's so good for young girls to see that.
Totally. I just think she's so whimsy and fun and everyone's having a good time. Everyone loves listening to her music and she's funny. No matter what people say, she's funny. She's funny at her shows. She was funny on SNL, and everyone who hates on SNL and says it's not funny anymore, I think she saved it. I think she did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
So on the topic of what's got people talking, at number 2, at a concert last week, Billie Eilish was yanked and pulled by a male fan across the barricade. And people are talking about Red Bandana Girl, who stepped in and pushed the man, started yelling at him, and she's being called a hero. What do we think about this?
I saw the video, and I will say from my perspective, it was scary to see, especially for somebody who's as high profile as Billie Eilish. Knowing that she still gets harassed like this as a woman, I think is just terrifying to see, and especially being caught on film was scary. And I don't know. I had to close the video.
Yeah, the video was definitely very uneasy to watch. I think obviously someone should step in. Like, I'm just very big on like, someone should step in, someone should stop something like that. I don't think we should be necessarily like applauding her for being like the greatest person of all time. Like, I would expect any female that was standing there to protect any other female that like got attacked like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think her being called a hero is rightfully so, but again, I do agree with your point on that should just be a common decency thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's also crazy because this is not like a new thing. This has been happening with artists for literally years, like male, female, like whatever. Like, fans have a decency to kind of go parasocial when you're that close to your favorite artist. And I think that that's a huge issue that like this has started another conversation about like, when is it time to like stop and take a step back and like realize you're a fan and not a friend of this person.
Totally. And it's like, you spent all this time, you spent all this money, you went to this concert, you clearly got there so early to be up that close, and then you ruined your night, you ruined her night. I'm sure everyone around you was affected by like this scene. It's just like, what's the point in doing that?
Yeah, and I think on the topic of parasocial relationships, that can bring us to our number one spot with somebody who has an extreme parasocial relationship fan base. That's Taylor Swift and her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Have you guys seen it? It's on the Billboard charts. It's all of them, like topping the numbers. What do you guys think about it?
I mean, I've seen it, I love it, I listen to it every day, and I am the reason that it is the top of the charts.
I think I'll have to disagree on that. I don't love Taylor Swift, but I will say her lyricism is what makes her a good artist. And I think for me and a lot of others who are big fans, that's where this album fell short.
Yeah, like I completely agree with you. I'm like, Fearless, 1989, that was my stuff.
Yes.
And like now I'm listening to this and it's like, this is not, the lyricism falls short. It's just not like, I understand it's supposed to be fun and like poppy, but like 1989 was that. This is like another like millennial, like listen to in the shower, like when you're driving to get your Starbucks or something. Like not, I, as a 19-year-old girl, would not like put this on and be like, yes, I'm really
I, as a 21-year-old girl, am like, I'm obsessed. Like, I just think it's fun. It's different. Like, I don't really care. Like, coming off of Tortured Poets, where it's like gut-wrenching every single time. I'm crashing out. I'm having a mental breakdown. Like, we needed this. I needed this. I couldn't keep listening to Smallest Man Who Ever Lived every single day of my life. Like,
she made it for you.
She made it for me because I needed to move on. I needed to get over it.
And it's got people talking. So, I mean, whether we like it or not, she's doing something right.
That's right.
Especially with her song Actually Romantic, which fans are speculating is a response to Charlie XCX's song Sympathy is a Knife, where she took a dig at Taylor and Matty Healy of the 1975's relationship. What have you guys seen about that?
I mean, good for her. Call her out. Like, you took her on your Eras tour, you let her perform, and she's talking bad about you. Like, woman supporting woman. Like, I don't care if you guys don't like each other. I'm not good with that. And I love a song about calling out people that are talking bad behind your back. Like, I'm like bopping out to it and I'm like, yeah, every person who ever has talked bad about me, that's so romantic of you.
See, I have to disagree though, because like when I listened to Sympathy is a Knife by Charlie XCX, I didn't think that it was like a diss track. I felt it was more talking about her own insecurities. And so I feel like Taylor's response in Actually Romantic, she says, and we'll quote it for you, I heard you called me boring Barbie when the cokes got you great. I think that just completely misses the mark on what Charlie XCX was trying to do with that song. And she like did not get the message.
And I like completely agree with that. I think it was coming of a place of like Charlie's insecurities and Taylor was like, well, you call me this, so you do coke. And I just don't
don't do drugs.
But
Like,
that's like
call out.
I am sure Taylor Swift has done coke too. She's literally a billionaire. So I just think that those two things should not be the way that she responded.
Well, I'm Team Taylor, and I'm going to wrap up today's show. So thank you to everyone who listened to this week's Weekly Spin. Let us know if you agree or disagree on our social media. As always, we had so much fun going through the top 5 moments with you. Again, my name's Hope, joined by Isabelle and Rachel, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.